What's up everyone, it's Robert with Recipe Costing. In this video, it's all about finished goods. This is a feature we talked about in our last newsletter, one that we're excited about, and I believe it's going to be a very useful tool in the coming days. We're releasing it this Monday, which is going to be the 12th. Let me just double check to make sure. Yep, it's on Monday the 12th. You'll be able to use it. And the nice thing about this tool is that you're going to be able to pull all of your inventory items, repurpose them into something else, and that's what a finished good is. And the examples I have right now are cupcakes, but you could do this with a chef salad. So if you're someone who creates salads and you sell them, you're going to pull out all that salad stuff from your inventory, then you're going to put them in the bowls and you're going to make those fantastic chef salads, and then you're going to sell them, and you're going to want to know, am I profitable? Am I making money off of these salads that I'm selling? Well, this tool is going to help you do that. Now, if you're new to recipe costing, I highly recommend you watch the other videos to get started. If you've already been using it, then you've been anticipating this, and I'm going to show you how it works. The nice thing is that when you repurpose an item, you get to put it back in inventory the way it should be, and you can actually start tracking that using our daily sales. So before we begin using this tool, I just want to point out a few things, and I want to take a look at our inventory because that's important. So you're going to notice that when I created my recipe, I actually tell the recipe this is one of my finished good items. And let me show you what that looks like on the recipes page here. So we'll go over here, we'll go to vanilla cupcakes. The actual recipe here says finished goods, it has a check mark. This tells the software we need to be able to repurpose this when we do a prep list. So if I create a prep list and this is checked, you're going to be able to pull the inventory out and put it back in as something different. Now going to our inventory, if we take a look, you'll see we have vanilla cupcakes here, and the current quantity is 0. And I want you to pay attention to the eggs, because if you look at this simple vanilla cupcake recipe I made, it does require 2 eggs. So I have 2 eggs, 2 eaches. So if the software does it correctly, it's going to remove those 2 eggs and it'll put it back as cupcakes. It's going to take all these ingredients that you see here and put it back as this delicious vanilla cupcake. And notice that in the recipe, I have a sub-recipe called vanilla frosting cream cheese. It's a frosting cream cheese here. So I'll be able to top that and add those costs there as well. And if you want to take a look at it, this is our sub-recipe right here. So I'm calling this sub-recipe into my recipe because it's going to be part of this big recipe that I'm making for today. So again, we're going to look at our inventory. There are no cupcakes. We have 360 eggs. We have other ingredients that will be reduced once we do the finished goods. So we're going to go back to our finished goods page. We're going to create a prep list, and I'm going to add a new one, and we're going to call it the new cupcake prep list. Okay, select my location, and we're going to get the vanilla cupcakes. So let's do that. And I'm going to tell the software, I'm not going to do it by serving size, which I could, but I'm not. I want to make 48 cupcakes. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to make 48 cupcakes, and I'm going to add this on my prep list. Now, I can have multiple different types of cupcakes or multiple items that I want to be created and then repurposed here in the software. So now I have my vanilla cupcakes. This looks good, and I called it the new cupcake prep list. I'm going to save it. It's going to say I saved it successfully. Once it's saved, it's going to be here. Now, this I can give to my team member. They can get off the tablet, off their telephone, and they're going to come over and they're going to say, hey, I'm going to work on this prep list for you. So they're going to mark it complete when they're done. So let's say they come here and they're going to mark it complete. Now, before they can mark it complete, let's say they had a heavy hand, and instead of making 48, they only made 44 cupcakes. So in this case, we would have to come in here and say, you know what? Sorry, we made 44. We got a heavy hand. We didn't pour it correctly. Well, that affects your bottom line, and we'll talk about that in another video, but you just lost 4 cupcakes because it wasn't portioned out correctly. So the cupcakes might be slightly bigger than anticipated. So no consistency, so that's bad. In any case, once it's done, they'll hit the plus sign, said, hey, I did 44, not 48. They mark it complete. Once it's marked complete, it'll say successfully added to your inventory. So now let's go back and take a look at the inventory like we did earlier, and I'm going to click adjust inventory to refresh the page. Okay, so now let's scroll down. Here are the 44 cupcakes that we discussed. And notice that I lost 4 eggs in the process. And I've lost other ingredients. but I want to really just zero in on the eggs since it's easier math. And originally I started out with 360 eggs, but 4 of those eggs were used to make this recipe. Those eggs are back into the inventory, but they're not the same anymore. They're under the cupcakes or vanilla cupcakes, and I have 44 of these. The best thing is that you can track your daily sales. So as you sell these cupcakes, the software will reduce them. So I'm going to go into the transactions page and I'm going to open up a new tab, the daily sales tab, and I'm going to hit add, and I'm going to keep it simple. And if you're not familiar with our daily sales and our expense sheet, that's definitely another video, but it's a good way to track how much you should be making every day. And that's what this fixed expenses is about. We're not going to reach that number right now, so I'm just going to enter what we sold, which are cupcakes, because I just want to demonstrate the finished goods portion of this. So I'm going to go up to the vanilla cupcakes, which I have a menu item in our system called vanilla cupcake. And I'm going to say I sold 40 of the 44. That's what I sold today, 40 of the 44. So once I come over here, I can put in the number of guests, tips, all that can be done. And you can put in some labor if you had additional labor. But let's just say this is the only item I sold today. I'm going to hit the save button and it's going to register the daily sales. Now let's go back to our inventory. And I'm going to refresh the inventory because you see we still have the 44. So let's hit adjust inventory. And you're going to notice I only have 4 cupcakes left now. And that's because I sold 40 of them. This is an excellent tool to track those items. And if you're selling salads or sandwiches and you have that type of business or cupcakes, you're going to want to repurpose some of these things and put them back in inventory and then resell them and track that. And with our software, you can do it. Test it out. Give it a shot. Tell me what you think. Anything that we can improve or make better, you know, we're always here for you. Again, look for me on chat. And if you like this video, don't be selfish and share it with someone. Let someone know how to actually manage your costs better. Not your competitor, but maybe your friend. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you like it and you share it. Thanks for watching.